Hello everyone, today I will be showing some of the add-ons that I use when I play Classic WoW, and some of them will especially be useful for those of you who plan to play Hardcore. The first add-on, or well actually the two first add-ons, because I always combine these two together, is OmniCC and Bigdebuff. The main reason why I like to combine these two together is because it allows me to easily track my CC. So right now I can track the duration of my sheep on the target portrait, but also the nameplate. And as you see, it even shows me the number of the duration. So now I can attack another target and always make sure I have a sheep on the other target. This is especially useful when you play Hardcore, where it's so important that no one dies. So now some of you might also be thinking, well, those damage numbers are so cool. What is the name of that font? The name of this add-on is called Nice Damage. And you can Google this and easily install it. Just drag it into your interface folder. Whenever I like to farm gold or level up a character, I also like to use an add-on that allows me to loot faster. So for example, when I AoE, I can loot all the enemies in next to no time. But also if I level up against other people and there's a leveling race, then it's going to be important that you loot enemies as fast as possible. And therefore, I like to use faster looting. Another add-on that I typically use when I level up a character is BetterVendorPrice. Because usually I don't have a lot of backspace, so I end up throwing out some items. This add-on will tell me the exact vendor price. So if I have full inventory, I don't accidentally throw out the item that vendors for the most. What's also quite nice is that when you're about to hand in a quest, and if there's a reward, well then you can choose the reward that vendors for the most. Next up is RestedXP, a leveling add-on that will level you as efficient as possible from level 1 and all the way up to max level. They have a level 1 to 20 version for free, but you can also pay for the full version. They even have a hardcore mode you can enable, and this will try to skip all group quests and even potential areas that could be dangerous. Why I like to use this add-on myself is that you can pretty much no brain. You simply just follow either this arrow, or you can look at the minimap or the map, and here there will be displayed different numbers that will indicate where you'll need to go next. So instead of spending a lot of time to travel to different areas and so, well then this add-on will also let you know when is the most efficient time to go back to the city to repair, learn your spells, and even hand in your quests. And if you would like to level in another zone, well then you can always change this in the configuration, and now it will tell you where you will need to start. So where you'll need to pick up the first quest to follow the guide. So here's a quick example. Let's say I would like to level in Elven Forest from level 6 to 11. Now I'll go back to the map and it will tell me where I'll need to go first. So as you see here, step 1, step 2, and so on. If you look to the left, it will also tell me what I have to do in each step. So for example, run to Goldshire, talk to an NPC, repair, and so on. And as you see now, I'm on step 4. So every time you complete a step, it will now show you on the map where you will need to go next. So yeah, an amazing leveling add-on that is developed by some of the best speed levelers in World of Warcraft. For more information, make sure to check out the description below this video. Talking about questing and leveling, make sure to also get Questie, a free add-on that tells you where you will need to go to pick up specific items for quests. So what enemies you need to slay, but also certain areas to pick up an item. On the map, it will also display you where you can pick up new quests in case you have no clue about quest locations and where you can head next. Another amazing feature is that you can see this on the minimap at the top right corner, but also if you get close to an enemy. As you see on the target portrait and the nameplate, it will show you a bag. This bag indicates that this enemy is something you will need to slay in order to loot a specific quest item. And if you would like to quest in another zone, well then on the map you can easily track where you can pick up a new quest. And in fact, it even shows you where you can find a nearby mailbox or even a flight path. So if you're still not familiar with a zone, well then don't worry, this add-on will help you a lot. What I also highly recommend you to get, especially on hardcore servers, is a threat meter, and quality of life indicates the threat on a certain enemy. The threat that you have caused will be displayed in the window, but you can also see it at the target portrait at the top left corner. To give you an example of how this works, right here the gnome warrior has attacked this target and you can see his threat. You can also see mine, and right now I don't really need to worry, I'm not going to pull aggro. Next up is Leatrix Plus, the add-on that allows you to customize so many different interface options. You can even enable sell junk, repair automatically, pick up quest and hand in quest automatically. You can also remove griffins from the action bars, enable class color in the chat, and a lot of other useful things. Oh yeah, and by the way, you can also enable max camera zoom. This allows you to zoom out even further, so useful in the open world but also in dungeons to make sure you don't accidentally pull something. Another big reason why I like Leatrix is because I can manage my buffs but also my portraits. So for example like this, my target but also my character portrait. I can enlarge in this even though my UI is quite small. Earlier I also mentioned you could enable hand in quest but also pick up quest automatically, and this I will show you in action right here. So useful if you like to speed level or if you play on a fresh server where you would like to get ahead of the competition. Next up is an add-on that allows you to easily track your stats, your character's gear, but also take a photo that you can share with your friends. So you can share your gear in another way that looks a bit more fancy. So for those of you who would like to brag about your gear on a Discord, or for those of you who like to stream, well, this is a nice way to either be AFK or to show your character's progress. Another cool feature is that you can enable some lighting, change the color and the animation of your character. So if you have an amazing background, you can then remove your character and enable another character in the foreground. That way you can take an amazing screenshot, or maybe even remove the background, and now you have a 3D model for a thumbnail. When I'm going to play hardcore, and if I manage to take down a difficult boss, then I definitely know what add-on I'll be using. This one to take an amazing screenshot. Next up is Bagnon, an add-on that will allow you to track your whole bag in just one simple bag. You can also see your character's bank and even display the bag and the bank of your other characters. So if you're looking for a specific item, or if you would like to clean up your bags a lot easier, well then make sure to use Bagnon. However, there are so many different bag add-ons, so of course this is just the one that I prefer to use. So what add-on can't you live without? Let me know this in a comment below the video, or if there's one of these add-ons that you're going to install right now. In the next upcoming weeks, I'm going to release a lot of new videos, and if there's a specific topic you would like me to cover, then let me know this in a comment below the video as well. But as always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!